Several U.S. officials tell CBS News that the Trump administration has made plans for some federal immigration agents to leave the Chicago area as early as this week. That includes U.S. Border Patrol Commander Gregory Bovino, who has led the crackdown on crime and illegal immigration in Illinois. Last week, a federal judge issued an order redistricting federal agents' use of force against immigrants and protesters in the Chicago area, saying that Bovino's justification for this behavior was, quote, not credible. This comes as a CBS News investigation reveals that some of those tactics also violated Department of Homeland Security policy. In an interview with CBS News, Bovino denied that his agents' actions were excessive. CBS News Homeland Security correspondent Nicole Sganga has the story.
For months, masked federal agents have aggressively engaged with protesters in several states while carrying out the president's immigration directives. Shooting pepper balls into faces, using cars to move people, and even employing chokeholds on protesters, tactics endorsed by President Trump.
Americans have been watching videos of ICE tackling a young mother, tear gas being used in a Chicago residential neighborhood, and the smashing of car windows. Have some of these raids gone too far?
No, I think they haven't gone far enough because we've been held back by the judges, by the liberal judges that were put in by Biden and by Obama.
You're okay with those tactics?
Yeah, because you have to get the people out.
This sweeping multi-agency immigration campaign is spearheaded by the Department of Homeland Security and led by U.S. Customs and Border Protection Commander-at-Large, Gregory Bovino.
If someone strays into a pepper ball, then that's on them.
We wanted to find out, what do these confrontations reveal about the shifting tactics within ICE, CBP, and HSI? We asked Eric Ballier, a 25-year career federal agent who most recently led investigations into use of force misconduct for ICE, to tell us what he sees.
This isn't policing and law enforcement as I practiced it for 25 years.
Here's what we found out. In recent months, we've witnessed federal agents firing pepper balls and other less than lethal munitions downward into crowds from elevation, despite the fact that CBP guidance prohibits agents from intentionally targeting the head, neck, spine, or female breast. In this September incident, federal agents at the Broadview facility are seen standing several stories above protesters, who appear largely peaceful. We can see pepper balls exploding around the demonstrators. And then one man is struck in the head, a tactic Ballier says is not in line with training.
Pepper balls and less than lethal munitions, in my training experience, are never shot at the head, neck, or solar plex area. So to have these rounds impact someone in the face, in the head, in the neck, runs the risk of serious injury, death, or unintentional consequences. My professional assessment is that they are elevating the force to a degree that is excessive.
We sat down with the commander-at-large of the operation, Gregory Bovino, just a few feet away from where this incident actually happened, to ask him directly about his federal agents' actions. Chief, I do want to show you some of what I'm talking about. I'm curious if that is proper use of force.
Sure, absolutely. The use of that less lethal device, a pepper ball, was absolutely in line with policy, and I applaud them for protecting that federal facility there.
Aiming above the waist is within policy?
It can be. If someone strays into a pepper ball, then that's on them. Don't protest and don't trespass. And the use of force that I've seen has been exemplary.
You think use of force here at Broadview has been exemplary?
I do.
Nicole Sganga joins me now from Washington. Nicole, what is the DHS policy for use of force violations, and have any agents been disciplined?
Lindsay, on paper, for excessive force, any agent is expected to face administrative consequences. And in some cases, in the case of lethal force, they could, potentially face criminal penalties. Now, we asked Commander Gregory Bovino if any agents have acted outside of policy or investigated for potential excessive force or disciplined as a result. And he told us no, not to his knowledge. Eric Ballier, who is that former HSI and ICE agent we spoke with, told me one of the concerns here is that agents might feel like they are acting with impunity. And that's certainly the perception among much of the American public, Lindsay.
All right, Nicole Sganga, thank you.
Thank you.